You also have that weird bug sometimes.
As I mentioned, the puff.
No way.
As I mentioned.
No way. What kind of burning? Have you seen what we're about to see?
This is because of me.
RAMBOSS Jigglypuff.
This is my fault. My bad.
Basil recommended Jigglypuff.
I didn't recommend Jigglypuff. I said Jigglypuff beats Min Min. That's all I said. That's all I said.
I think Ramos is content. Burning is content. He doesn't have any side bets on this. I cannot believe we are watching this.
All right, let's see what he does.
I cannot believe what I am seeing. There's no way this is real, right? Okay, so the reason Pop beats Min Min, you want to go over it? Is it just the edge guarding and the fact that Pop...
honestly, I'll just go over the whole matchup. Jigglypuff. The best angle Jigglypuff can approach in general is that diagonal angle, right?
Yeah.
That's the angle Min Min struggles the most from, like, approaches from, right?
Right, because you have to commit to a jump with your arm.
You either have to commit to a jump and or an arm, right? But not only that, once Jigglypuff has Min Min in disadvantage, it's very hard for Min Min to escape, especially if the Jigglypuff is looking out for the habits that the Min Min has, especially off stage. Being able to camp at the ledge with Nares, just being able to hard gimp Min Min, which is not that difficult as Jigglypuff.
And
of course,
moves have high priority too. You saw that net flanking with Megawatt.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah, that's really, really good. And you can actually see the Megawatt kind of comes out immediately. You know, you're in a kill situation, you kind of need it. But we're seeing the switch to the Ram a little bit.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was talking about.
Everybody is popping off for the RAMBOSS pop, the anomaly.
Being able to take a second stock with the Megawatt there, very good stuff. Jumping up high.
Did you see the one-up air dodge? I think what RAMBOSS was going for is actually a new puff tech. It's a slingshot neutral air dodge. With invincibility.
Because of Jigglypuff's just immense airspeed, right? She can catapult with that new slingshot tech. It's insane.
Yeah, just slingshot neutral air dodge. Really, really good. And okay, we're starting to see Solid Gamer adapt for whatever counter pick this is. The Ram is the most useful arm in this matchup, right? Surely.
Yes, but I'd say Megawatt is also very useful just because it has a really big immediate hitbox. But this is
and then cover edge guard, and you really need to convert against Min Min. But you know what? RAMBOSS is doing it. This is insane. This is absolutely absurd.
We're up even here. We're up even. RAMBOSS doing a great job at taking a lead in this set here. But, that's 50% right off of 2 button presses. Oh, I love my character. The downer mix-up is very useful, forcing a tech situation, which Min Min is very good at. Ooh! No, smart. I never see that from Jada. Oh, he's dead here.
He knew he was dead. What conditioning! He knew Solid would angle that up. He knew. As a Wii Fit main, I am begging people to crouch more. Please. Please.
Crouching is so underrated in this game, especially with low crouches.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool. Sick. All right.
Insane stuff from RAMBOSS. I believe the first time playing this matchup as Jigglypuff, being able to take it solidly. But then again, I believe the first time Solid Gamer is playing RAMBOSS as Jigglypuff, so he still has 2 games to adapt to it.
Yeah. That is an interesting counter pick, and I'm amazed at how well it worked. How well RAMBOSS was using mix-ups on shield with jab, how well he was converting, how well he was conditioning with those jump-ins, and then the use of the crouch, and then the nair beat lingering for so long, being able to catch on to those tethers. I am astounded by the fact that this puff is not only
looking clean
around, not only did he have the balls to pick this puff, it's real. He is ready.
And honestly, we're not even seeing that many complicated Jigglypuff techs, just some solid fundamentals and being able to avoid those arms, some solid edge guarding. And of course, we saw the insane usage of the crouch. Just ducking under the arms, which is which is something I didn't even think of in the matchup. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, again, it's something that like a Wii Fit does and Snake kind of does, where you just like you condition the Min to think that you're gonna jump in, and then immediately you crouch. And because you've crouched, because you've conditioned the Min to
switching to Banjo here.
Oh.
Not wanting to deal with the Jigglypuff as Min, which to be fair is a very, very difficult matchup for Min. Surprisingly.
Okay, so we're gonna see Samus now?
Oh no!
Because of the count.
He's forced to stay Jigglypuff in this sense, right?
You're forced to stay on if you don't, yeah?
Yeah, I believe this could be a set of counter picks. This could be a set of counter picks if Solid is able to win this game. RAMBOSS could switch back to the Samus, which he's most comfortable with.
And then Solid could read that and switch to the Min. That would be some real genius. So that'll be interesting. Of course, the winner picks characters first. So RAMBOSS immediately picked Puff, assuming we were going to see the Min again. Didn't really anticipate that we were going to see the Banjo, but Solid, of course, does have this character. Has been for a while.
This goes deep, trying to get the edge guard. Doesn't quite make it, but sending him back off stage of Solid Gamer Zone here. Order. Oh, he's got some meaty percent here. Banjo being the type of character that can fly around, throw out big hitboxes, push that forward air. It's essentially a Dr. Mario forward air, right?
Yeah. Banjo, of course, is the character that he's got it's the character that he came up with. He's got most of his great wins with Banjo, especially over the Wi-Fi era. Wins like Anality, a lag spike. Really, really strong stuff. And yeah, it's non-region lock Wi-Fi, of course. But he has the fundamentals to pull that off, right?
Wi-Fi, of course, notoriously being, lack of a better word, unreliable. But it shouldn't discount any fundamentals it builds for the players that grind it hard. We see a lot of just incredible players come up from the Wi-Fi era. Bloom being the perfect example.
Yeah, you know, Bloom's rise was a bit more sudden than just the Wi-Fi era. His first event was like a big lab and he came like 13th, and then his second event was UK circuit finale and he came 3rd, right? So he came up offline and he came in fast. Yeah. But it was online where he really solidified himself. And you know what? This RAMBOSS Puff isn't just a cow pick. He has it. He has it. It's real.
He did mention to me that he does enjoy playing a little bit of Puff. Played him a lot more at the beginning of the game, but preferred to switch off to different characters. But yeah, ever since I told him that Jigglypuff can beat Min in the matchup, he seems to have found his answer to the character.
Yeah, and he's experimented with secondaries before. He's experimented with Sephiroth. He's experimented with a couple others like Joker. It's interesting because... What am I saying? No, it's interesting because Samus, of course, is a really great character. Arguably a solo viable top tier type character, but secondaries are still really, really useful. And he's always been searching for the right one. If Puff is that's completely out of left field for me.
Yeah. Calling as much as he can with these side beats, and of course he's able to. Jigglypuff can say it as offstage.
What? You were doing it! You could get the kill either!
Oh man.
You could get the kill!
Insane punish on the Wonder Wing with the rest. That was massive. And Solid for the back throw gonna take it. Now back on even percents on even stocks here.
And RAMBOSS will take that trade.
I believe RAMBOSS could take the, if he's been playing how he has been for this entire game, the entire set, mind you. He's going off. He's going off. What can I say?
No one was prepared for this. You could ask everyone in this venue who saw this coming. It was you and no one else.
Yeah. I didn't know these two were gonna play, right? Ever since I saw just now these two were gonna play, I was like, alright, he's going Jigglypuff for this. I knew, but... Oh man!
Oh my god!
I didn't know he would perform this well.
Oh my god!
Getting in some item combos of his own.
The entire crowd is behind this Jigglypuff. This Puff is insane.
This is the first time I've heard this much cheering for the Jigglypuff. Aside from Corvus, our very own, but oh man, the crowd is going off right now.
And you know what?
It's RAMBOSS.
Jigglypuff still does alright against Banjo, right? Because Banjo's main setup, especially Maze Beans, is it's to just stick that grenade under that platform and to force you to jump and try and create setups around that. But if you're a character like Pop who just plays along in the air, the fact that you can't dash in, it's less of an issue. And the fact that Ramboss won that game, that was supposed to be Solid's game all the way through. That was all him.
Yeah, that was such an important game for Ramboss, just stealing this win. Wait, who has the character advantage here? Like in terms of picking characters?
In terms of picking characters, it is Solid again. Ramboss has to declare his next character. Now, does he want to switch back to the Min? Is he gonna gamble on that and say Puff? Or is he gonna gamble on Solid sticking with the banjo and say Samus? Now the problem is that because he's announcing first, Solid could basically just react, right?
Yeah, he can basically counterpick whatever he picks, right?
So we might actually see the Puff again, just so that he doesn't have to deal with Samus Min. And that is insane. If he trusts his Puff to beat the Solid banjo, that is really impressive.
We just saw Ramboss pull out two incredible wins right off the bat here, both Solid's Min and Banjo.
You know what?
Both very scary in their own right.
Min being a counterpick, it was wacky seeing the Puff, but you kind of expected it as soon as it started going well. The fact that he beat Banjo, I was expecting, Solid to win that game, for things to go back and forth a little bit, but no.
Ramboss sticking with the cherry Puff.
The Steve! No, Solid does have a Steve. Solid does have a Steve.
Everyone has a Steve nowadays, man.
He goes Steve, especially in doubles. And the thing that Steve has in this matchup is he gets so much off of up tilt.
Oh, absolutely. You're right about that. Steve, I believe one of the few characters in the game that can still constantly combo Jigglypuff. It's because of the tools he has, the insanely fast options.
Well, that's the thing. Even though he can combo Jigglypuff pretty well, he still can't get the optimal stuff with Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like the jab stuff or the pick loops, Jigglypuff's just a bit too floaty for that to work as consistently. And so Ramboss can really abuse that.
Yeah, it's in the nature of the character.
And Ramboss is snowballing, and he's filing, he's leaping.
He's hyping himself up here.
Solid is scrambling to find the right counterpick to beat this Puff. He is incapable of it. The Ramboss Puff is too strong.
Shambles right now, going 3 different characters in the entire set.
Why are you hiding this from us? Why did you deprive us of this?
A little teabag on the blocks, right? Oh, almost backing him up into his own TNT there, being his own demise. But, this Jigglypuff is real. That's death, yeah, true. Jigglypuff dying very early from essentially anything, man. Oh, man.
Alright. Okay, mining the TNT to get some extra resources, but it ends up literally blowing up in his face. Mace Beans has Diamond, but potentially the next stock. He's got Gold right now. Reminder, that is Diamond Frame Data with Iron durability and damage. Okay.
Absolutely. The sword just breaking just in time for the pick.
And the floatiness coming in clutch. The up smash is going to be a big factor. He switches to Diamond. Even though he's a pretty high percent, he's trusting himself to get a second Diamond. There you go. He finds it. He's just camping a little bit more now, going for resources now that the stocks are even. Ramboss struggling to find a way in. I like that he's positioning the blocks a little bit higher now, trying to force Ramboss along the floor, where his dash speed kind of slow, especially his run is very slow.
Essentially, any hit with pick with Diamond. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say any hit with Diamond now will kill. Oh, just making sure he approaches from above. I mean.
Yeah, using Iron Block.
Yeah, that was
to make sure you can't nair through it and make the most of the low durability. Unable to find the drill combo. Up throw.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Right to TI into the
Solid now for the first time I believe in the set has the lead.
He's got a second Diamond as well. He's gonna have Diamond again in the next stop, and maybe he has found the final count pick. Maybe he has found it. If he does pick Steve in the next game, we know that we're probably going to see the Samus, or maybe a Seth.
Oh, okay. Re-entry on the card here, a little clever. Oh, that if that was any closer to the legs, that might have killed him there. Setting up the wall. All right.
Oh, I like the pummel to try and under durability on the blocks. Reads the minecart 50-50. Very well played there. Ramboss just struggling to find a way.
At the moment, Ramboss, I believe he doesn't want to force anything.
Yeah.
But even then, Steve being able to punish anything.
Ooh, you gotta be so careful when Steve's got Diamond. And Maze Beans. Sorry, Solid Gamer. I said Maze Beans because that is the Maze Beans right there.
It is true.
That is the Maze Beans. Solid Gamer doing a little bit of amaze beans, taunting Ramboss, really abusing Ramboss's not great mobility, especially along the floor, to just get more and more diamond. Had another one queued up in case he lost that stock.
I believe now we might see the switch back to Steve.
Yeah, the power minecart taking it, and now that Solid has to declare his stock, we're seeing the chance for Sephiroth. That's what we want to see.
Oh, I forgot about Sephiroth. You're right.
He does have it. He does have it. It is in his locker. It'll be interesting to see if it's ready.
Honestly, with the showing he's been making at Meltdowns with the Sephiroth, I think it is. Especially with this,
it's improved a lot.
Especially with Steve, I believe not being Solid's main character.
Yeah.
And Sephiroth not being Ramboss's main character.
You know,
it's interesting to see how they'll clash.
Ramboss doesn't use Puff in Squad Strike, I don't think.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen his Squad Strike.
I haven't seen Squad Strike in a while, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He will now.
Oh, he will now. He will now. Now that he's proven that his Jigglypuff has some stuff.
Now that we know that this Puff is capable. This Puff is not messing around.
Capable. He's making moves. He's jiggling around, and we all know that.
This is the most.
This is the most intense set of the tournament so far. Well, one of the most intense.
This is the most ridiculous set. Like, just straight up. Like, what is this?
This set has been a roller coaster of emotions. It's from the surprising start of the audience, from the picking of Jigglypuff in the first place, a character no one's ever seen from Ramboss before. And it beating both Solid's Min Min and Banjo, unfortunately losing to Steve. Steve, I believe, being a hard counter for Jigglypuff. Though I'm not entirely sure about that matchup. It looks that way.
It's not necessarily a hard counter, but it's just it's definitely not winning in the sense that Steve does get a lot of up tilt, and the blocks. I was thinking maybe Puff could find a way around them because of the good aim ability, but forcing Puff to jump so much isn't a great idea because you are a floaty character. It can be difficult to get down, and it just wasn't really finding a way in. Seeing the Sephiroth.
Of course, this is the Sephiroth.
You got the big sword to just go straight through the blocks. Samus there doesn't do that. So that's really, really important.
Ramboss here with Sephiroth, he's got two moves that can go through blocks here, forward air and back air, and F tilt,
and F tilt,
and all the smash. What am I saying? Yes, all the smash attacks as well.
Yeah, just every big sword move can just go straight through it.
He has a lot of options to deal with blocks in this matchup, and Steve's disadvantage being heavily reliant on blocks.
Yeah, and it's all, you've always got something going for you when you've got the mobility advantage and the range advantage. So you can just kind of keep Steve out, dictate the range at which the game is played, kind of manage it, really trying to get away from that TNT Solid Gamer calling it out. I see the Solid Gamer Steve and my brain collapses. There's only one Steve Prodigy. Okay.
So you can cancel with the neutral B.
No,
it's not gonna kill him.
Not Seph's recovery.
The spike hitbox on forward air is not as strong as people may believe at first, but of course once the percent stacks, then that'll spike for real. Air dodging right back into the minecart.
I like the use of iron and stone now to just make sure, even though it's way safer, even though it's way safer for Ramboss to break the blocks, because Solid really, really needs to mine, he just puts them farther away from himself, and he just gives them way more durability. And so when Ramboss goes for the traditional like break block setup, it just doesn't work as well. Okay. Base Beans just trying to find a way in to get this kill or to just get a bit of damage.
Backing Ramboss back into this corner.
Yeah.
When it should be Ramboss one that's backing Steve into the corner here.
Of course, Steve having to retreat to mine a little bit. But Solid does have diamond for the next stock.
I like the idea there. I like the idea of back throwing and bouncing him off the wall. And then climbing up, see if he can get a follow-up on the block there. That was very clever, but unfortunately, you don't get to see anything come off of it.
Oh, almost another diamond. Gonna need it quick because you don't want to waste. Oh,
that's gonna kill, yeah.
That was untechable.
Ramboss now having wing for the first time in the set here. In the game, I apologize.
Well, it's wing v diamond and the wing is dead.
Yeah, the wing is gone. That wing is gone. It's the clean diamond F smash. That's so powerful.
Oh, the footstool at a disadvantage. Just trying to jump away and accidentally hitting that nice little footstool to keep Solid Gamer at bay. Good bait out of the magma block, but gets caught on a block of his own. And Ramos is really unable to take advantage of some decent movement on his part. Solid really starting to build this lead, but he is running out of resources because he's been having to press forward a little bit more. I like that idea. The little jab to set up against the block, but he's unable to take advantage.
Oh, off he goes.
He's got no sword now, and he's got barely any iron. He's running super low on resources, trying to find the kill with the pick as soon as possible. Doesn't want to downgrade in tools.
Down smash covering a lot of options there. Roll away included, which is what he covered there, sending him back to the opposite side of the stage. Resetting neutral as well.
Okay,
so
he's basically out, but he has got another diamond to work with. No shovel, no pickaxe, just axe to play with here. You would have thought he would have mined his diamond, but I guess he's saving it for the next stock. He knows he's on borrowed time. Great parry, but that's not going to kill with just your fists. Okay, smash not going to do it.
Threading the needle there in between the block and the magma cube. Oh, I'm going to take it. RAMBOSS, 10% here, but still has wing on deck.
Yeah, I like the short hops just baiting Solid Gamer into trying dash in, hit with another dash.
RAMBOSS wants to, yeah, you're right. RAMBOSS wants to be very careful with how he approaches. But already racking up a ton of percent here.
All of a sudden, back here. Just caught slipping with
So
the DI.
close, so close.
Trying to drift back and just not working out. Even Solid acknowledging how dumb Steve is.
The ridiculousness of this character and the power of that damn minecart. Oh my god, that move. Oh.
Wow. These two are both on a roll, and this is losers. One of these two is going out here. And of course,
we are having a game 5 on our hands here.
Yeah, and one of these two is supposed to be, you know, Timsy, right? And so as a result, we're seeing these two stat players, two players you expected to be maybe in a top 8 qualifier winner's side, maybe have another opportunity to meet this, but not at all. This is losers round 3 and both top 32.
Both of these incredible pairs have one more shot at taking the set. One more shot is all they get.
And you know what? Neither of these players are making top 8. Sorry, neither of these players, or one of these players isn't making top 8. And the other one might not even make top 8 because they still have to play Azalea.
There's still another player to go through.
Yeah.
Azalea.
And after a draining game 5 set, can you do that? Steve again.
All right, we're seeing the same matchup. Honestly, I do agree with the pick because even though Solid Gamer had the lead throughout the set, RAMBOSS almost clutched it back. Yeah, almost made it back. So if he keeps up with his game plan, especially towards the end there, he could take the set.
Yeah, and his other characters just aren't as good in this matchup.
So Sephiroth here, an incredible pick against Steve. Sometimes you just gotta use DLC to beat the DLC.
Yeah. This is it. And Sephiroth, I mean, he's not the most incredible counter pick against Steve, but he is good in the matchup. And it's just something that I don't know what kind of clownery that was. Someone dissect that. You could make a whole Smash University video on that interaction. Right?
Wasn't coming out. The Solid Gamer wants to drop the anvil straight on his head here, but doesn't realize he has no iron left. That's something you've got to keep an eye on, man. Steve has your resources.
Yeah, and the frustration sets in. He's so low in terms of percent, and it's such a milestone.
Oh, here we go.
Good jump to get back.
Jump is gone.
Yeah, the jump was gone, but it was just enough, the jump and the SDI, to find a way out, which is very well played because you are a fastball. It's difficult to do that. Okay.
Both players wanting to be very careful here. This is their last shot, and even a chance at top 8. They still have to go through Azalea, as we mentioned before. But RAMBOSS having a hard time here. Already at 100% on his second stock. Solid Gamer not even at 100 on his first. Very dangerous for RAMBOSS. Even though he does have wing, not sure how much it'll help him here. Being blocked, not even being able to escape the corner because of it.
Oh, dead.
This is huge for RAMBOSS.
He didn't reverse it up. And the crowd is coming out for RAMBOSS now a little bit more. Oh!
Not quite. Almost, though. There's another chance here.
Diamond's up. And Up air just not going to take it. It does cover so many options. It's now up to Solid to try and find this kill. And RAMBOSS can do a decent amount from this situation. Diamond is really good in terms of kill options.
That's not bad. That's not all he needs forward. Not a very high percent. That's all he needed.
I was going to say, you know, it can be difficult to kill in this game in general. And we saw RAMBOSS trying to really play around that, but just wasn't able to take full advantage. Still, he's come off the platform swinging, and it's working out so far.
Oh boy.
Game 5. And
Barely missing that forward.
Oh!
That was a
Great roll-in.
That was a great call out. But
Very gutsy.
Missing it because of the rolling. Pickaxe is gone. But, you know,
Yeah, just going for stone.
Yeah, just going for the stone pickaxe. Fair.
Got another diamond unlocked. Oh!
Alright.
Nice uppy, just to low profile a lot of Seth's options there. And
Oh, if that was diamond, he would have been dead.
I like the way that he's baiting out the craft. Like, he's faking out diamond crafting, but he's not going to go for it now because he knows that he's still got mostly diamond tools. He's still on borrowed time on this stock. And now he's got the second diamond. Now we might see the crafting table. Trying to go for the TNT stuff out for himself, but he blows himself up. RAMBOSS trying
Now has diamond and a whole...
Oh, let him get diamond. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
And in a set of counter picking, in a set of some ridiculous character picks, we are stuck here
Yeah.
with a Game 5 win for Solid Gamer, embraced by his traveling party, Sipit,
honestly,
Maze Beans, Azalea, and Joe's playing Azalea.
Azalea, yeah. Very unfortunate for Rambos. Finding his prime there with the Jigglypuff against the Min Min and Banjo, but not enough to fight the Steve, man. Steve these days. Quality. Man's been making moves today. It's coming up on screen.
He's been making moves.
No, my bad.
Or is it quality on side stream?
I'm not
Quality
sure.
has been making moves. It's good to see some
Super just
Simon
called out.
representation.
Oh, never mind. No, we're not going to be covering Azalea anymore. We will be covering Zone and Quality.
Zone and quality. So Zone actually, if I'm thinking about it correctly, Zone is expected to get top 8 at this event. Maybe not expected to get it through losers, although actually no, he's CG7, so he is. Definitely the favorite going in, a little bit of a better record, but Quality has been on such a good run, and he's been feeling himself.
He's been on the run of his
so
life
hard.
today. Did you hear that pop off?
I heard
Oh, the
that
whole
pop-off.
venue heard it, man.
That pop-off was outlandish.
Yeah.
And, you know, beating another London player, he's on a bit of a tear. Southeast showing up to beat some of these London invaders.
Absolutely.
And that is going to be Quality's game plan going into this set against Zone, who on himself, you know, he's been on the come up recently. He's been making his way up those bomber rankings,
Oh, man.
getting really good placements at major events.
No, at the locals, he's a constant threat. Between the big ones, we have a meltdown between EMAS, Darkstalker, and Zone. It's always them three, Zone included, in the top three. It's always, every time.
It's just that consistency.
Very little differentiation. But as you mentioned, it's telling. Just the raw consistency that Zone is able to produce.
Yeah, and like Meltdown's such a stacked event, and there's so many eyes on it, and to perform under that pressure so consistency,